in Jamaica.
sound like the singer before, Barry Salmon. What 7 days could do in Jamaica?
Yeah, what 7 days could do. Don't even name the Caribbean as far as Jamaica. Just drop me off in the Bahamas. 7 days.
True.
Uh,
True.
but it's good to have you back, Sharon. Good
Thank
to
you very much. It's good to
here with
be
us.
back, I guess.
Okay, I hope you had a great time.
Oh my gosh. Look, I was just chit-chatting with our guest, and let me tell you, it is amazing. Jamaica is amazing. The islands are amazing, man. I mean, the food, the beach, oh my gosh, Devon House ice cream.
What you say?
Let me tell you, the scatter lights at Devon House. I mean,
and I know you went to the D Devon House, right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
one in Kingston.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you're not talking about the one down in Montego Bay.
No, not the satellite.
Not the satellite, right?
Yeah, I know the tourist trap.
So I know you get the real authentic rum and raisin, Greek nut.
How do you know? Man, I had the Devon Stout and the rum and raisin ice cream.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it was what the doctor ordered. And then we decided, you know what? Let's just eat on the campus, right there.
That's
So
nice.
we ate at no guys, it's not what it sounds like. The steakhouse on the veranda. No, we don't eat steak.
Yeah.
But it was awesome, and then we were surprised. 140 years the Alpha Boys Home have been around. The Alpha Boys Home celebrated their 140th anniversary. And you and I know, but Ron being he's been in this music thing for a long time. He knows that a lot of the Jamaican artists
came out of
Alpha Boys Home.
And actually,
famous ones.
So my brother, the one that goes to Wilmer's,
Yes.
he went to Alpha Primary. So they were associated with the Boys Home. So I knew all about them while my brother was growing up.
Wow.
And that's just a tremendous institution. It's good.
It is.
We might try to get an interview with somebody from Alpha Boys Home.
Well, you know what?
Okay, you did? Yeah,
that was a surprise I was waiting. But all right, guys, since he pulled it out of the hat.
All right, okay.
I met my friend, Joy Magnus. Her sister is the director of music at Alpha Boys Home. We took a picture and posted it and sent it to Joy, and Joy was pretty jealous, but so yes. So we're gonna shout out Gay Magnus. She is the musical director of the Alpha Boys Home. We also met Baron Lee's daughter.
Wow.
She was there. So the Baron Lee's daughter, she organized the Wednesday celebration, the Wednesday, and last week was the kickoff. So we really had a blast in Jamaica. I'm not going to rub it in anymore, guys. Let's just get to the meat of the matter. We have in the studio with us here today the one and only Sorel Ketan. And I know I just jacked up his name, guys, but let me tell you, this gentleman needs no introduction. Okay, he's a Caribbean he's Haitian born, but he's a Caribbean leader. Okay. Here in Georgia, he's known throughout Florida, throughout the Southeast, all over. I mean, this gentleman, he has done, he's a CEO of his own company, and it's executive, tell me, correct me, because I know I'm screwing that up.
Can we just introduce Mr.
Executive?
Let him say it for us, okay?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
So, yes. So he's a leader of all leaders. He's trained leaders. He's done, he's gotten tons and tons of awards. Tons of accolades. The whole 9 yards. Listen, my brother, I just want you to go ahead and tell the people what you're about, what you have to offer us right here.
Si moun yo pa pale kreol, yo pa pale avem, non? C'est comme ça m'a dit bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir tout frère mieux, tout sœur mieux. M'konnen en Haïti, nous avons un gros problème en soir, nous avons un gros problème aujourd'hui, nous avons un pile problème. Alors, je ne parle pas l'anglais qu'on y a, mais je devrais saluer nous quand même. Bonsoir, bonjour, je souhaite nous Kembe FM. Yes, my name is Sorel Ketan. I am from Haiti. And I was just speaking to my brothers and sisters in Haiti.
Yes.
Who are, many of them in harm's way. I would say all of them in harm's way. So You listen to the news, you hear about the gang
Yes,
violence.
yes,
You
yes.
listen to the news, you hear about a president being assassinated. You listen to the news, you hear everything that would give you grief or give you pause to go to Haiti. But I'm the one to tell you,
Wow.
don't let the news fool you.
Okay.
Yes, it may be dangerous,
Yes.
just like it is dangerous to go to a neighborhood around here in the States where,
Yeah.
you know, some bullets may fly. But I'll tell you what, Haiti's in my heart. I know Haiti's in your heart.
Yes, it is.
Sharon, I know Haiti's in your heart.
Absolutely.
Let's raise our hands and our hearts for the people of Haiti
Yes.
and give them a big shout out. No one on the face of this planet is as resilient as our Caribbean brothers from Haiti.
Yes.
We all take it from the source, and we know where the source is, right?
Yes.
The source is our motherland, Africa.
Yeah.
So that's who
Amen.
we are. That's who I am. You may call me all the accolades you want, but above all and beyond all, I am Haitian. I am Caribbean.
Wow.
And that's why I'm here.
It's great to have you here.
Wow.
It's great to have you.
Wow. Thank you so very much for that. You know, the awareness, Sorrel, I mean, honestly, a lot of people just don't even know the real true history of Haiti, but better yet, of America,
Or of
you know.
African people.
Africa.
Yes. And so when we talk about Haiti, Haiti is a hidden gem because I must confess right here and right now on this program that I thought I knew a lot. And I started reading, could have been about a little over a month or two ago. And when I got to the true meat of the matter, I just want to tip my hat and say thank you to Haiti.
What in particular
Well,
moved you and captured you?
the fact that it's been hidden and nobody talks about Haiti being, I mean, the Haitians being the ones who pretty much were the catalyst for change as far as America's existence, I mean, in the world at large is concerned. What I realized was that the Haitian Revolution
Right. Right.
was a thing. I mean, I didn't understand that. I just thought it was Haitians fighting for Haiti. I didn't get it. And I didn't realize that Haitians were so pivotal. Haitians were the ones who fought for America and never got recognized. That's painful.
Well, you know, it's often said that you can plant a big tree today and you'll never sit under its shade. Consider that the people of Africa
Yes.
and the people of Haiti
Yes.
planted a big tree.
Yes. Go ahead.
And, you know, sometimes the ones who plant the tree actually don't need to sit under the shade. And I know you're a reverend, right?
Yes.
You're probably fond of saying, I'm fond of saying that we exist on the planet
Yeah.
only for one reason and one reason only, and that is salvation. And the salvation I'm speaking of is between you and I,
Yeah.
and it happens through forgiveness.
Yes.
So, on behalf of myself,
Yes.
and I dare not speak for my brothers and sisters in Haiti, so I'm going to speak for myself.
That's all right.
On behalf of myself, I forgive everything. You know, it's really tricky to be in the world, having done what one's people has done over centuries,
Yes.
which the world considers a gift to
Yeah.
humanity, whether that gift is publicized or not. I think for myself, it would be doing our gift to humanity a disservice
Right.
if I were to harbor any ill against anyone.
Right.
Wow.
So the gift continues.
Right. You know, when I think of Haiti and all they have done in the Caribbean, as you said, they're a gift from Africa. I think even of the Maroons are from Jamaica, because those were the Haitians slaves that came over to Jamaica. A lot of people don't know this. So those Asian slaves that came over to Jamaica, they're the ones that set the pace. They rebelled and went up into the mountains of Jamaica and became the Maroons. Actually, that what I say that rebellious spirit, rebelling against white supremacy and the institute of slavery, came to different Caribbean islands through Haiti. Those we call them maroons in Jamaica, but that's where we got. That's where it came.
In Haiti, we call it neg maon.
All right.
Neg maon. We have.
What does that mean?
Yes.
It's the literal translation for maroons, right?
Oh.
But
Yes.
maon
Yeah.
and neg is Negro.
Yeah.
Neg maon.
Okay.
You know, so that's what
Yes,
they
yes.
Oh,
call
that's
this in Haiti.
interesting.
And there's a
Interesting.
big statue in one of the national parks in Haiti in honor of the Maroons.
Rules. Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah.
a lot of Jamaicans do not know that, but that's a good piece of history for them to pick
Of
up.
course, of course. And Maroon Town still exists to this day. As a matter of fact, they have their own government
Yes, they do.
in that neck of the woods. I mean, they have their own setup up there, their own political system, if you want to call it that, their own leadership system, not a political system.
As a
But
matter of
pretty
fact,
much.
one of my uncles, he was a Maroon leader. His name was Bernard. In the Port Antonio here, we
Yeah,
went to go up in
he
that
even
area.
has a Haitian name.
Oh, Bernard. That's right.
Bernard. So on
Wow.
my father's
Yeah.
side. So I knew the history of the Maroons and knew that the birth of that strong spirit
Yes.
to stand up and fight,
Man,
love
love
came
it.
from Haiti. So yeah. But it's good to have you here this evening.
It's good to be here.
Yeah. Touching a little history and
Yes, yes.
and I sympathize for the things that are going on down there in Haiti
Still.
right now.
Still.
And I pray as a pastor, I pray for the the peace of the Asian people. You know what I'm saying? They've been fighting for a long time, and it can't be too much longer now before they come into their own. Because I believe that in order for you to break free, it always take a revolution. And sometimes
Wow.
sometime after the biggest fights, you find the most a sense of becoming more normal.
Yeah, the
You know
biggest
what I'm saying?
peace.
The
Yes,
biggest
peace,
piece,
yes.
so to speak. All right, we'll let you back in on this. Yeah, so, all right, so tell me basically what are some of the things that you're doing here in these United States, particularly in the Atlanta area?
Well, how far back do you want to go?
Okay,
I want to go back just a little
yes.
bit.
Go
right?
ahead. Yes.
To 1977. So I left Haiti in 1977 and landed in Miami, Florida. My parents, who are 91 now, still live in Miami.
God bless
A couple
them.
of brothers, a
Wow.
gaggle of cousins and aunties, maybe 45 plus of us, down in South Miami, somewhere between Port St. Lucie, South Florida, somewhere between Port St. Lucie and Pembroke Pines, right? Some in West Palm Beach, some in North Miami. My parents live in North Miami. So the first thing I do here is I'm a son, I'm a father. I have three
Yes.
beautiful sons and a
Yes.
phenomenal wife.
That is correct.
My three sons, I call them my three men now because
Yes.
they're like,
Grown man.
I mean, I'm the runt of the family. They're 38, 35, and 25. And they are the ones, along with my friends, who support us, support me in being of service to the community and being of service to the business community. So together with my wife, Susan, we run a company called QM3 Utility Services. We serve the state of Virginia. We serve the state of Chattanooga, Tennessee and Chattanooga. We've done projects in Illinois, and we also do major projects throughout the state of Georgia. The company has 52 of our children, and I call them our children because my wife and I take into account that if it's not for family, it shall not be. So, so we run that company together. I also run a consulting organization called Execufit. Execufit exists to do sort of what we were talking about in terms of CEOs of companies, business owners, specifically business owners who look like me and look like you, to be standing in the face of what we could call barriers to performance, right? And then being at a place where you don't look at these barriers as barriers, but you actually discover where maybe the barrier itself is something I made up. So to overcome is a different word, right? Like overcome presupposes that there's something in front of me that I have to fight, that I have to go against. But to discover is to actually see that what was there never existed.
Wow. That's good.
And so I assist CEOs, business owners in discovering their connection to that something that is bigger than themselves. And in the process, their businesses thrive, their families thrive, and they make a big difference to their communities. And through all of that, I have the opportunity and the privilege of serving our community through 3 organizations. And one of them is the one that I'll mention first because you guys called me Caribbean, and I am a Caribbean at heart.
You are.
And if you guys don't know, there's an organization called Caribbean Georgia Vote.
Okay.
Interesting.
Caribbean Georgia Vote is an organization created by our friends from the Jamaican community.
You notice the way he just threw it at us, Pastor Rob? He just threw it there.
And then,
like,
and
you
then
two
we,
Jamaicans
the
don't know
Haitian
that?
people, said, we want in. And and thank God, our friends from Jamaica did say, yeah, come on in. It's an organization that has people from Guyana, people from Jamaica, people from Trinidad, people from Haiti. And that organization exists and gives me the opportunity to serve as one of the members who passed on to our friend Jacques Laurent the mantle of actually representing Haiti in that organization. Imagine how many Caribbean people you think we have in the greater Atlanta area, if not the state of Georgia? What would you say?
I don't want to embarrass myself, but you know what? In Gwinnett County alone, where we reside, all 3 of us reside, we have tens of thousands of people right here. So in Gwinnett County alone.
I mean, even if you say it's 80 to 1,000, 100,000 people, that's a lot of people. That's a whole lot of people. Right? And the idea is that what if that group of Caribbean people were acting together for a single Caribbean agenda and pool their resources and their monies together to not vote for ideology, but vote for that agenda and be in a position to speak for the Caribbean community to people in power and exercise our own power through our vote. So I do participate in that. I give all the credit to the founders from Jamaica and others, and also there is the Georgia Haitian American Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
The Georgia Haitian American Chamber of Commerce is an organization that pulls together resources for businesses that are owned by Haitian Americans in the community. It's primarily an advocacy organization, advocating for business, where businesses get to tap into the chamber for resources, educational resources, and other things to ensure that they can start, run and grow businesses effectively. So we exist primarily to create opportunities for those businesses to network together.
Okay.
The idea being, if you know I'm in business, Sharon,
Yes.
if you know I'm in business, you can buy from me, I can buy from you, we can trade,
Yes.
and the money ends up circulating in our community more times than before it goes out. So that's
Yeah.
that's a summary of the opportunity I have to participate in our community, and I'm grateful for that.
Okay. It seems like you're well grounded within the Caribbean community.
Oh,
and,
is he?
and,
Absolutely.
and, one of those champions for the Asian cause that we have here. I heard you speak about what you do here, but what do you do from here back home? Are you sending anything back? Are you helping out with what's going on in the homeland?
Yeah, thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
I was probably going to skip it unless you asked. So thank you for asking. When I left Haiti in '77, my body left, but I never left.
Yeah.
So to that end, since 2009, I've been playing a very active role, and that role I play through an organization called Haiti Outreach. Haiti Outreach uses the opportunity to create clean communities in Haiti by ensuring that the communities have clean water and sanitation. But the goal isn't water and sanitation. The goal is leadership.
Yes.
Like utilizing the need for water and sanitation as an access to say to the people, you want clean water and sanitation? Well, guess what? We don't do it like other organizations. We can't give it to you. And they go, so what do we need? I said, well, why don't you take a census of your commune and tell us how many people there are? So by actually rolling up their sleeves and doing the work that it takes to A, create a census for their town, B, identify how many people, what percentage of the people have latrines, and what percentage of the people agree to participate in the clean initiative, not as a gift to them, but as something that they're going to subscribe to. Then in the end, they end up electing a president, a vice president, a treasurer, a secretary, and a member at large. So that commune of, say, 250 to 500 people organizes itself. And for the first time, maybe in their lives, they get to create, care for, and sustain over time a community asset called a well or water system. They do that with the support of Haiti Outreach, with education. So you could say that the people who benefit from that are actually leaders in their own right.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
Through the training.
Because what you're doing, you're doing and you've done is teach them how to fish. Not fry that fish and give it to them so they can eat and be comfortable. You know what I mean? They have to earn their keep, so to speak. And you give them that push, that jolt. And it's nothing better than catching your own catch, seasoning it and frying it.
Absolutely.
I mean, really. So, I just want to say my heart is with you and with Haiti, and just like brothers and sisters here in the Caribbean diaspora, in the whole, my heart is overjoyed right now, and my voice is cracking, and that's hard. Because what I see when I tell people, when they ask me where I'm from, I usually, way back when I didn't know better, I would say Jamaican. What do I sound like? In New York, believe it or not, a lot of people thought I was Haitian.
Right.
And you may be,
That's right.
Oops. I don't know, Mom, Dad. But I've been told that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't comprehend that. I got a little confused. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, when I started digging deeper into my roots and realizing that I'm not Jamaican, I'm Jamaican born.
That's correct.
But I'm African. My roots is in Africa. And so I say that with such pride. I see it, and my husband and I met Sorella and his wife 20 years ago when we moved here. And let me tell you, this gentleman, we owe him a lot. We owe them a lot of gratitude because they pretty much were our chaperones in Georgia. He introduced us to some of the Jamaicans that lived here that we heard of or didn't know about right here, who are doing things in Georgia, making a difference. So I just want to say thank you publicly. Sorrel, I mean, I know about your journey, and he's really encapsulated it, Rob. He's put it in a little mustard seed.
Okay.
That's what he's done. He's pretty humble and pretty modest, and I know that. But he does great things in this community, and honestly, we thank you for that. Openly, thank you for that. We appreciate you because there's not a Jamaican event, Rob. Rob sits on the board of the AJA now.
You are.
Yes, the new board.
Yes.
And so Sorrel attends all the event. I mean, he supports it.
Speaking of that, the AJA ball is the second weekend.
Yes, I know.
Right? I know that because we make sure that ours is on the first weekend.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we don't conflict with yours, right? So just to plug that in,
Yes.
on the first weekend in August, on
Yes.
August 3rd,
Yes.
the Georgia Haitian American Chamber of Commerce is hosting its Heritage Awards event. Recently, the Georgia Haitian American Chamber of Commerce, incorporated as a 501c6
Yes.
a business
Yes.
association and
Yes.
advocacy organization with now a subordinate foundation, a 501c3. So the 501c6 is hosting for the first time this August its Business Awards event. In terms of taking care of the businesses and supporting them, we thought, what if we created a series of categories of awards that would give business owners the incentive to grow, to treat their customers right, to do business with each other. So on the 3rd of August,
That's on my calendar.
6 of the business owners here in the state of Georgia will be awarded, but there'll be several more nominees because we want to create the event kind of like the Oscars, right? You know, even if you don't get the award, you're nominated,
of
right?
course. That's important.
So
You're in that category, in that league.
Maybe 15 or so nominees and 6 awardees. It's going to be a spectacular event being held at the Whitley Hotel in
Nice.
in Buckhead.
Buckhead. That's Buckhead.
And so if you're listening and you're from Haiti or you're from Jamaica, you're from the Barbados, you're from Antigua, I don't care where you're from, if you're a Caribbean person, check it out on the Georgia Haitian American Chamber's site. It's GAHCCI.org. And we look forward to seeing you there.
And as you get closer to the event, we're going to invite you back to,
Absolutely, to plug that.
Sit down with us and, bring some nominees on.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
that would be awesome, wouldn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
You know, let's hear
That's
from
it.
some of
I
those
love that.
nominees.
Yeah.
So he's a creative
yeah,
genius
so,
around here. So
So yeah, and
Yes.
I look forward to that. We're doing the Atlanta Caribbean Community Award. My friend Wesley's out there. We're going to talk about that, and that's happening on this Saturday at the front end. The front end. Part of the awards that we do is we recognize the sponsors of the business. So when I heard you said it, I was like, yes, because you can have awards that recognizes superstars. But when you start having awards that recognizes your business drivers, the sponsors of the events that are going on around, then we're down at the grassroots with the people, and that's where the awards really need to be gotten.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Spread the wealth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Spread the wealth.
I love that.
And just because you're so similar to what we're doing,
Yeah.
I will definitely, I want you back then, okay?
Looking
So
forward to
so
it.
we're going to have you
Looking
back and
forward to it.
we're going to
Yes.
speak about, you know?
yes.
1 week before our Independence Ball, we're looking forward to it.
Yes.
Okay?
Awesome.
Very
And
good.
I'll be at yours.
There you go, of
Very good.
course. We appreciate you.
All right.
We
Okay,
really
so
appreciate your service, sir. Thank you so much for coming in.
yeah.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Keaton.
And look forward
This
to
is
seeing you
it.
again.
Keaton
Keaton.
is the
Keaton.
name. And I will say peace out with the word peace being significant. Because I almost forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
One of the other initiatives we're working on is the opportunity and the creation of a model for dialogue in Haiti that can be an open space for anybody to tap into. So I am that Haiti is at peace. I am that Haiti is a developed nation in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And I am that it is so through this dialogue process that will bring every fighting faction together under one roof around one table to speak and create the nation that we've always had.
We're in. I'm
All right.
in.
Yes, sir.
I'm in.
Thanks for
Count me
stopping
in.
by. We've been blessed by you.
Thank you.
know, okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Until
Appreciate
next
it.
time.
Thank you, sir.
It's a while since I've been trying to get it on.
We're good. We're good.
But you keep on saying you don't know what to do. Don't know much about you, yet you're always on my mind. So all you gotta do is leave it to time. Everything will be fine. Time alone can do anything. Time can move in the mountain. Time will make you realize someone's in love with you. Baby, it's true. Skidibidibidoo, yeah. So what are we gonna do? Punchy-loo, now you know how I feel. Will you ever realize that I'm for real? Let me assure you, not promise you, I won't break your heart. Now you know it right from the start. So leave it to time. Time alone can do anything. Time will move in the mountain. Time will make you realize someone's in love with you. Baby, it's true. Oh, yeah. Baby, it's true. See, yeah. Oops, little baby. See, it's a while since I've been trying to get it on with you. But you keep on saying you don't know what to do. Make up your mind and give it a try. Now you know the score. 'Cause girl, I've been knocking your door. So leave it to time. Time alone can do anything. Time can move.
Yes, indeed. It's Mel J's time, and I'm trying to get her on the line here. Mel J, are you there? Okay, we want to hear you a little bit. Okay, let me put her back on. Okay.
Are you guys hearing me?
Oh, yes, we're hearing you loud and clear now. Okay. Hey.
Okay.
So you're going to give us a little
Okay,
rundown of what's
hi.
happened. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
there.
yes. Hi, Sharon. Hi, TC.
How you doing, Mel J?
I am good. I am good. Well, let me just get right into it. Now, this week, a lot of things are going to be happening and a lot of things have happened. So yesterday, the Marley family actually had the celebration for, in remembrance of Stephen Marley's son, Joe Mercer Marley. They had a tribute concert here yesterday, right here in Jamaica, in 9 Miles, right? And coming up this week, unfortunately, uh, with the tragedy of Peter Morgan, the lead singer of Morgan Heritage. His funeral service will be actually live streamed this Thursday in Orlando, Florida, coming from the first church
Methodist.
right there located in Orlando. So that's going to be a very, 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 very sad moment. A lot of people are still shocked. People are still talking about it. They just can't believe that this is actually real. Nobody saw this one coming. So we'll be all tuning in, not only just from, Jamaica, but globally. His fans, his family, his musical family, everyone will be tuning in just to see, the send off that he is well deserved, I should say. Now, today at the National Arena, we had Aston Family Man Barrett. His funeral was today at the National Arena, and of course, it was well attended, especially by the Marley family, because of course we know that Family Man was a very integral part of playing for Bob Marley,
That's
right?
correct. That's correct.
Yes, he was a very integral part for playing for Bob Marley. So of course it was attended by the Minister of Culture, her Honorable Minister Babs Grange, and a lot of the music industry fraternity came out, family, friends, his children. It was a well put together send off, I must say. So all of that has happened and will be happening this week. I must say though, with the Bob Marley movie, One Love, it is still owning the top spot. But what I came across interesting today, I saw where I'm just saying that this may happen and it may not happen, but there's a little bit of peek that they gave us that there may be a Bob Marley love story between Cindy Breakspear and Bob Marley. And guess who they're eyeing to direct that movie? They're sending a shout out to Spike Lee. So let's see what happens if that really, comes into play. But so far, the movie is still running hot globally.
Mel J, that sounds like a Jamaican rumor to me. that sounds like something that's going through the rumor mill. Spike Lee.
I'm actually watching that one. Because even Bob Marley's real life confidant, Alan Skillcole, he recently put out an article in the in the Jamaica Observer. He was actually saying that there is parts of the movie that, as somebody who really knew Bob and was that close to Bob, that there are a lot of parts of the movie that were missing. And there were a lot of people missing in action in that movie, So he just wants it to actually correct it by, I don't know if he's planning to put out a book, or there's some talks of him putting out a book or doing some documentary again or something to kind of, fill the gap right there, because we didn't see Peter Tosh, the Bunny Wailers, himself, as Bob's confidence, and of course Cindy Breakspear, and there's a lot of, crucial people during that time that should have really been portrayed, and also in the entertainment buzz, Sir Coxon, he is a Jamaican pioneer in the music industry. He was the head of Studio One Productions. Recently in the media, one of his daughter, she came out and she was actually saying that she needs an apology from the Marley family with how her dad was being portrayed in the film. Apparently, she has an issue with how he was portrayed. I mean, for those of you who have, I won't say anything much because I still want people to go and watch the movie for themselves, and they will be able to figure out what, the issue is in how he was portrayed in that movie. Apparently, the family of Sir Coxon Dodd, they're not too comfortable with how their father has been portrayed in that film. So that's basically the buzz right now, all that's happening right now.
Okay, Mel, thanks for stopping here at Caribbean Extravaganza and giving us the buzz from Jamaica. We look forward to having you back next week with a lot more juice.
Oh, yes,
Can
yes,
put some meat on
yes.
those bones when you call here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Cinder Breakspear
I'll
love
be keeping an
story.
eye on that one,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
You know, as
I'll be
a
keeping an eye on that one.
as I know because I know you were a junior beauty queen, so you all like to keep the Miss Jamaicas and so forth. Mel J was a junior Miss Jamaica and so forth like that. So she likes the Cindy Breakspear. She wants to see her get her full
Yeah, I
flowers.
think so. And you
Yeah.
know what? To be honest, I just think that if she feels that she feels cheated out of the whole production. I mean, it's fair for her to tell her side of the story
That's
because she
correct.
did in fact, play a very integral part in his life also.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to pick that up at another time, right? Okay.
Yes,
So, all
yes,
right. So
yes.
all right. Okay. So keep warm down there.
Oh, yes, yes. It's pretty warm down here.
Yeah, and keep we'll all keep the Morgan's family, in
In
your
prayers,
prayers.
yes,
Okay. All right. All
yes,
right. So Mel G, until
yes.
next week. Okay. All right.
All right. Bye, Sharon. Bye, Kiki
Bye.
Rob.
Take care, love.
Bye-bye.
Love has found its way in our hearts today, yeah. Love has found its way in our hearts today.
Yes, indeed. You're back to Caribbean Extravaganza on a Tuesday evening. Yours truly, TC Rob, otherwise known as Pastor Rob, along with Sharon
Sharon
here,
Thompson.
and DJ Red's in the studios this evening. And we're having quite an interesting show here so far. And right about now, we're about to introduce to you the originator and founder of the Atlanta Caribbean Community Award, Mr. none other than Mr. Wesley Graham. And joining him today in the studios with us is Mr. Anthony Dorr. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And he'll be one of the MCs for this weekend show coming up at the Front Page event lounge. And I believe they're 8010 Rockbridge Road. So we have them in person here. Mr. Wesley is a tough man to get a hold of, to get him inside of a studio. So welcome to Caribbean Extravaganza. You've been on Jamaican Explosion quite a few times. Now it's a Caribbean Extravaganza. So welcome to Caribbean Extravaganza.
It's my pleasure
Yeah.
to be here with you gentlemen and lady tonight.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So tell us a little bit about the conception of the Atlanta Caribbean Community Awards.
Well, the award show started 3 years ago, and how I really get to start it was a lot of people in and outside of the community, very talented, very educated, and they don't really have a good pasture. So I really decide, so you know what, these people don't have a voice. Let's start the award show so we can award them for the hard work they are doing in and outside of the community. So that's why we are here today.
That's good. That's good. Love that concept. So tell me, how did you go about starting the very first award? How was that for you?
Well, it was really, when you're doing anything for the first time,
Yeah.
you just have to really push hard, harder. And then the second one, third one, it really got much easier. So, like as you know, like I explained to you before in the past,
Yeah.
it was me by myself.
Right.
And it was real challenging.
Yes.
And I stick to the task, and people love whoever come out to the first award ceremony. They like the concept, and I said, keep it up, West. The second one was better, and I know the third one will be even greater.
Yes. Yeah. So, we commend you, Wesley, for sticking with the theme, the common theme of it, because a lot of times when folks are giving award shows or you see an award show, it's usually competitive categories and so forth like that. But I understand that the Atlanta Caribbean Community Awards is a recognition award. So we recognize individuals within the Atlanta here and the diaspora back home in the Caribbean that are making a difference. We say, as you and I always say, ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I commend you on that. So is there anything else that you want to share with us about this upcoming award here on Saturday?
Well, the people who are receiving the awards, I mean, they are well deserved. They did not ask for it. We are the one who recognize them and decide to offer them an award for the great work they are doing.
Okay.
I have a question for you though, Wesley. What are some of the categories that you're going to be, recognizing this Saturday?
Well, we have humanitarian, sport, entertainment, education, arts and culture, and
radio and television.
Radio and television.
And how do you find these persons? You just go, how do you select your people? What are the criterions? What are some of the criterions that you use to select these people?
Great question. The way we go about it, right, like different islands, and they all have different organization, and whoever is the head for that organization, we ask them, do you have anybody in your organization, whether it's humanitarian, sport, entertainment, and they will get back to us and say, you know what, we have this person from humanitarian, and we ask them to send us a bio. Myself and Pastor and Antonio will go through the bio, and we look at it and say, okay, this person sound good, this bio real, this person qualified.
Yeah. Got you. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be my first time attending, but I've heard about the award ceremony, so I just want to congratulate you on your third and upcoming, award ceremony. This is huge. And it's great that you recognize people, giving people their flowers while they're alive. So I just want to say, enough respect, big ups.
And I really appreciate Pastor. You work very hard behind the scene. People would even know, imagine the type of work he put in.
Well,
even my friend Antonio.
He's retired. I'm messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, my good friend Antonio. Right. Antonio Dawyer. He worked tirelessly behind the scene, and also Nadine Dixon, Jamel Hall. He like to stay low key, and I really appreciate these gentlemen and lady come together as one for one common goal.
Yes.
To make a difference in and outside of our community.
Wow. Congratulations.
So, Mr. Dar, you have a few things to say here?
Yes.
Yeah, well, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, and everybody everywhere. I personally must commend Wesley on bringing this thing to a dream. I remember when he just started, he was by himself.
That's correct.
And he had approached a few people, and there were a few naysayers that didn't believe, didn't have a vision. But he persevered. The first year, like he said, it was rough for him because he was by himself. He did it all alone. The second year, I know you, Pastor Rob, you joined up with him. It made that a little easier. We still had some glitches there, and you guys brought me on board. And now we're looking into the third year. And it's looking like we have a brand going forward, because now we have people coming in wanting to be a part
that's correct.
Of what's going on, asking to be a part of it. And I remember, like I said, when Wesley started, he had to be poking people to get them to move. So now that he has something going, I just want to say congrats, Wesley, on sticking to your belief, and I'm glad that you did. I appreciate you inviting me to be a part of this program and everything, and I know it's gonna go far. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I know it will be a big success.
Yeah.
And looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's great. Wesley, one other thing that I want to say that I love that made me actually wanted to come in and be a helping hand with you on this is when you recognize the sponsors. That's unique at an award show, that you recognize the sponsors, those individuals that are in the community that are sponsoring events. You know, Jerk Fest come along; those people are the sponsors. Because we only have what few businesses, so to speak, a handful of people that show up every time out, and like Caribbean Shipping, for example, they're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they're sponsoring. So when you said the sponsors, and we actually give the sponsors award that night too, so they get awards too for just helping out, and I know they just they just love it, because here they sponsor, they give their money, they get behind events. Now they're being honored in an event. So that's what I call a boss move.
Yes.
We call it a boss move.
I mean, without our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't be having this award ceremony. So really, really thank them for chipping in and help us out real good. And like we all know about our award show, it's very unique.
Yes.
Because we don't necessarily give out award. We also preach networking in our community. So we can build a tight bond and support our community business people so everybody can stay afloat. Because without the business people, it will be a big void for us.
Yeah.
So we have to support them.
Very good.
And help continue to keep them in business so everybody can strive.
Okay. So, let's let everybody know where the awards is going to be held at. Award show will be held at 8010 Rockbridge Road, and that's Latona, Georgia. And it's at the front page, event center. Dinner begins at 6 o'clock and goes all the way to 8 o'clock. And then we have artists that will be coming along, like Professor Roach will be starting the show off, and our speaker there, did we bring our flyer in that I have? Let me get a flyer there. Don't want to pronounce the attorney's name wrong. She'll be doing a little speech there. And we have quite a few speakers for the evening that will be speaking. Of course, just want to share with folks just a little bit about Marsha W. Mignot, Esquire. She will be the keynote speaker, and we're looking forward to hearing her. She's quite an attorney at hand, covering immigration, attorney, so forth. So you're getting some information while you come, so I'm looking forward to that. And I must say that this particular one, rather more than last year, Wesley, we had a lot of press. Observer covered the award. The Gleaner covered the award. I saw it in the Star. So I must commend the team, yourself and the team, for covering the basis with the press this year. Yeah. Anthony, I'm looking forward, Antonio, I'm looking forward to having you back this year again, and you're going to nice the crowd up.
Well, I'll always try my best. I'll definitely do what I can.
Yes.
I might bring a little flavor to the mix. So yeah, definitely, I'm looking forward to it.
And tell us about the after party.
Oh yeah, well, the after party should be just the icing on the cake.
What you say?
So, of course, we're gonna have DJ Flawless Movement.
Right.
The husband and wife team.
Wow.
This lady, I tell you, man, I met her officially the other day for the first time.
Yeah.
Officially. And I told her that she's responsible for having me lose some sleep at a few nights before. Because, yeah, seriously, the first time I listened to her, it amazed me that she's Nicaraguan. I didn't know. I thought she was Jamaican. This girl was born in Nicaragua.
Wow.
And she's married to a Jamaican who taught her music.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm very impressed with her deliverance. And I'm sure a lot of people will be too. I remember a buddy of mine, when I told him about it, he said, how good is she? I said, well, you'd have to hear for yourself, and then you'll be the judge. And the first time he heard her, he was like, man, she's really good. So we're looking forward to have a good after party. My buddy Reds will tell me how flawless is after the party's over.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Looking forward to all of that.
And if he's impressed,
yeah,
let me
Then-
tell you, then that's it. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
get
know-
any better.
you know- you know
'cause
you-
know DJ Reds,
Exactly.
right? Top tier.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we just want to thank the gentleman for stopping by here this evening, just giving us a quick talk. And we want all roads will be leading to the front page event on Saturday evening.
This coming Saturday,
This
guys.
yeah. And guess what? We have some good food in the place store. So come on in. Don't worry about any eating before you come. Just come.
Ladies and
eat.
gentlemen, come with your appetite.
Yeah.
Come to drop foot. So
Right.
make sure you have an extra pair of shoes if you know,
Yeah.
if it's the first time you're wearing the shoes, or if you want to be comfortable, just get flat.
And we also want to big up Miss Tanya Lou, coming in all the way from Canada.
All the way from Canada.
You know, our American in Canada, Miss Lou,
Miss Lou,
is going to
yes.
be there, and she's going to be giving us her version of Miss Lou, and I can't wait for that. And of course, we have also Mr. Andrew Bell, who we had here.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yes,
wasn't
Andrew's
it
amazing,
man?
amazing.
And guess what? You missed Professor Roach last week. Oh my God, man. Professor,
remind
they are
me.
both showstoppers. They're both showstoppers. So it's
I'm
going to be a
counting
night to
down, Pastor
remember.
Rob. Stop rubbing it in.
Yeah, well,
You're rubbing it in,
I
man.
gotta-
Sure.
Just as long as when I rub it in, they rub out the money.
So we're looking forward to this magnificent event this week. I
Okay.
mean, this coming Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful award show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Wesley. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Me and Pastor Rob.
Yeah. So
Magnificent, magnificent. Looking forward.
Yeah. So
Can't wait.
It's always a pleasure.
okay.
Thanks
So
for having us.
you're welcome, man.
Appreciate you.
And then a couple of shows after we're going to talk about. We are going to have you back again and talk about what happened at the award show. Because talking about the award show and talking about what happened at the award show is two different things,
yes,
right?
Yes.
All right. So thanks, guys, for stopping in, and we look forward to being there with you guys on.
Appreciate you having us. Thanks again. Have a good evening.
You too. Appreciate you. Good night, gentlemen.
Background sounds of none other Mr. Freddie McGregor on a Tuesday evening, bubbling up on Caribbean Extravaganza.
I'm a longing to see you. I wanna know how you've been doing over yonder. I'm gonna catch this flight, and when I reach my destination, I hope you'll be smiling, longing to see me. I thought you'd drop me a line just to say hello, my dear. I'm doing fine. Doesn't matter anyway now, 'cause my love for you will never change. Tell me what you're doing right now, 'cause when everybody gonna put the blame on me for loving you, when everybody gonna put the blame on me. See, I had your number in my diary, but as soon as I get home, it has been changed. I'm not playing any games. I wanna know if what we have still remains the same. Tell me right now, 'cause I wanna know if when. I'm tired of taking the blame for loving you. When
Welcome back to Caribbean Extravaganza. Ladies and gentlemen, I missed you last week, okay? Even though Pastor Rob is over here rubbing it in, I had you all on my mind. While I was in Jamaica, I thought about you all every single moment I was there.
Sure.
Wink, wink. I did. I tried to hop on, but what was happening Tuesday night? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, we were in a different zone, ladies and gentlemen. We were in a different zone. We were just island hopping, okay? We were touring in Jamaica. But we want to welcome our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Tammy Gammon. Where do I start?
Oh boy, let's not go too far back.
Let me preface this by saying, I don't know what it is about the Woolmerians, Pastor Rob.
Yes,
you notice
yes.
we've been attracting Woolmerians in the space.
Yes.
I get caught a guess. Only the best is good enough. So I just want you to understand that.
Right.
Yes, and she had to put that in there because let me tell you, Woolmerians like KC, Kingston College guys. When I tell you those Kingston College men are proud.
Yeah.
And they're a different species altogether.
Woolman's gonna always have one hut because they could say we're the first.
There you go.
Absolutely. And with the oldest high school.
The oldest and
Yes.
the oldest high
Yes.
school.
And them proud?
290 something years at this point. So
Them proud?
Yeah, Woolman stand for class, you know.
They do. They do. They do.
I was told to say that by my brother.
okay.
No, I wasn't told. I experienced it, Yes, I experienced it. And it's great. It's good to have you here, representing Woolmer's. Okay. Well, Woolmer's Girls School.
Woolmer's High School for Girls.
High School for Girls. Yes. Okay.
So Tammy is not only an artist, she is a mom of three wonderful young men. She has a long list of accolades, a long list of to-dos, a list of things that she has done, she has accomplished. I'm going to let her run down her list. But to top it off, I mean, really, her greatest, and I'm sure she would agree with me, is being a mom to three wonderful, three amazing, three awesome young men. She's a daughter. She is everything Jamaican, Woolmerian, Caribbean, whatever. That's her, everything woman. I mean, she's a quintessential, phenomenal woman. Tammy Gammon, I've known her for quite a few years, and let me tell you, one thing remains the same. She's classy. She's artistic. She's got pieces of her art in spaces that we dream of, guys. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we dream of. The former ambassador, Andrew Young himself. Okay? Among many others, Slutty Vegan, Pinky Cole. These are just a few, okay, of the persons that have pieces of Tammy Gammon's art in their house. Okay? I mean,
Tammy is talking about me. I have to go check my repertoire at this point in time.
But Tammy, tell us a little bit more about how this whole artsy thing got started, because it seems like it started before you were here, before you were born. Tell me about
my parents were both artists. Fortunately enough for me, going to Woolmer's, I did love art. Told my mother I wanted to become an artist, and my mom was like, "No child of mine." And so you know how Jamaican parents, exactly. Jamaican parents tend to tell us that you walk street when you're an artist and you live on the street. However, it is very different. So I went and I did what my parents wanted me to do. I became a teacher. I became a principal. I became a director of missions for university. I became a COO and a CFO. After all was said and done, I said, "Mom, you proud now?" She said, "Yes."
That's good.
And the rest is history. In 2012, when I was a principal, I decided that I wanted to take some time off to be with my son. I do have a special needs son. And he needed me more than the world needed me. And in doing so, I found respite in painting. I found respite in creating. I still found respite in training and developing people and still helping people. But my priority was my son and my other two sons at the same time. And I wanted to make sure that I could, number one, make a living. Number two, that I could create a world that is different. I didn't want to wear the same thing everybody was wearing. I didn't want to show up in spaces just like everybody else. So I took my corporate background, I took my teaching and my developing, and added that to my art. And in creating that, I created 3 dream designs, which is named for my 3 sons. And so I wanted someone to want to express themselves either through T-shirts or through hats. I'm known for my hats, wearing my hats, because in essence, I wear many hats. So you see my little-
I see it.
One, yes.
Should have brought one
But
for me.
I didn't, you know what? I have
Sharon.
to. Sharon never tell me.
All right.
So with 3 dream designs and being able to put that out there to showcase my work, it started off with pairs of earrings, which then transformed into T-shirts, into bags, where we sent bags out and it sold out. Sharon is one of my biggest ambassadors for the bags.
Totally. I can speak for that. I have airline pilots coming after me. I mean, I kid you not. I get on the plane and I'm like, oh, why do they want to see me? He's inquiring about my bag for his wife. And I'm like, what? Because I thought I got on a flight, boarded a flight, thought I was in a safe space. And all of a sudden, the flight attendant tells me, the pilot would like to see you. And I'm thinking, Jesus, what did I do? Who gave me what? And all he wanted was information for my bag. Who made my bag?
Yes.
That's all he wanted to know, so he could get a bag for his wife. Sorry, when I told him it was a limited edition, I felt special.
Yes.
You know, I begged Tammy, I said, Tammy, you've got to go back in the woodwork and pull out them bags, because everywhere I go with my bag, even when it doesn't match anything, it matches. Because it's colorful.
So,
it's amazing.
at what time did you realize that you had that gift of art, so to speak? Is it a designing gift, or is it a drawing?
I think it's all encompassing. So I am an artist, a designer, and a curator. So now so one of the things we get to launch now, we've opened up a gallery. So I'm now curating spaces across Atlanta and moving into Montego Bay, Jamaica as well.
Okay, all right. So give me that word again and explain to us, because we can't just take it for granted that someone know about what.
True, curating.
You know, so add into our vocabulary here.
Okay, so curating a space as a curator in an art gallery means that I put the pieces together in groups and collections, if you will.
Okay.
And in doing so, I also not just put artwork on the wall, I put pillows to go along with it.
Wow.
A vase that will go along with it, or any kind of details in the decor aspect of it.
Yeah.
So that was to make me a little bit different than other traditional curators of an art gallery.
I wonder if I could create a sermon.
You can.
It's a word. You know, pastors are always looking for new words.
Right? So you want to curate.
Absolutely, because you're putting this vision together.
That is
correct.
And you're
You
making
create,
it plain.
yeah.
Plain.
So therefore, you're presenting to your congregation now, and you're delivering it in a very unique way.
See?
Right? So you want to make sure that that sermon sticks with them, so they have a conversation after.
Yes.
Right? So you're relaying the word to the
This
congregation.
is my kind of lady.
See that?
Yes, man. You know what I'm saying?
My father's a deacon, you know, so.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? Oh,
My father is a deacon, and actually, this all stemmed from Vacation Bible School. I was teaching Vacation Bible School in Hollywood, Florida.
wow.
And I was painting T-shirts and doing things with them. And I created the first dress in Vacation Bible School while I was teaching and everything. And that made me say, you know what? I think I'm onto something.
Wow.
And it's always been my desire to be an artist, but I needed something else. And you know how God works in very mysterious ways,
yes.
right?
He does.
He will pull from you
My God.
everything that is within you,
My God.
and he will show up and show out in spaces
Wow.
that you didn't think about being
This is
in.
my kind
That's
of
your
lady.
sermon.
Yeah, man.
Your sermon.
So God has a way. I tell people, delay doesn't mean denied. And in God's timing, he will create and curate spaces for you.
She just put it in a sentence for me. You know,
Totally.
I'm gonna have to copy that one. You know?
Curate it,
But I'll
and
give you
then
credit.
create
You know
it.
what I'm
Love
saying?
it.
Just make sure you put that in the sermon. Extra,
Tammy said.
extra's a blessing for me on that day. But I think, you know, in going into what you're saying about God, I think God has put me through several things, so my test becomes a testimony to people, for people not to give up. I have lost the use of my back, of my hands, and God has put me to sit down and say, Tammy, I need for you to sit down here and think about what your next move is going to be. Think about what it is that you're going to put out in the world, and whatever you're doing, it has to be a blessing to someone. And I told God, I made a promise to him after my last accident, I was going to help people, help artists or creative people to find a lane, find a space that they're not meant to be in. And that's why we came up with the K. Alexander Galleries. It's named after my son, who is a special needs child. He's no longer a child, he's now a man. Let me rephrase Khalid. His name is Khalid Alexander. So K. Alexander Galleries is actually named after my son, and I asked him what he wanted to do. And this gives him an opportunity as somebody with special needs, and it gives me an opportunity to show people that God is a living God, that God comes with you, for you, and will be beside you when you make the vision plain, when you listen to whatever it is that he is giving you and putting with you, within you, and you follow through what it is that you wanted to do.
That's correct.
You touched on something, and I'm going to ask you to go right back there because I knew when it happened. And you mentioned another accident. But ladies and gentlemen, this young lady, Pastor Rob, she's a living miracle. Sitting next to us. We're blessed to have her here.
Wow.
Because, you know, that saying that says she coulda, that's her. Okay? Please take us back to that place. And I know it's emotional for you, and it will be for me, but I need for people to hear that. What you said earlier, denial. You said delay doesn't mean denial.
Right.
What she was about to get into, Pastor Rob, I was still in shock. Wow. More than her, probably, when I heard, because she was right there. She was touching the platinum, the Oscar, the Grammy, the whatever. She was touching it. Okay, right there. She was right there about to step across that into that space.
Right.
And something happened.
Yeah.
Tammy, take us there.
And it's not just one thing that happened. We go back to 2020. On January 20th of 2020, in the middle of one of the coldest days we had that year, my house caught on fire. And I lost the collection I had planned to put out that spring for a wedding show I was putting on and the release of my show. Then COVID happened in March. I came home to no kitchen, nothing downstairs, everything gone, and everything we had was in storage. So I was cooking outside on the grill, washing my dishes outside of the house because there was no water inside of the house at that point in time. But we had to come home because it's COVID. So we spent 60 days in a Marriott hotel. And during that time, my vision was one day my artwork would hang in a Marriott hotel. And I came home, and Sharon knew what was going on, and there were people who rallied behind me and who understood that I had lost it all, but I hadn't given up. And I was willing to do whatever it took at that point in time to take care of my boys, but also to continue what I had planned to do, because I had saved that vision board. You talk about the vision and making it plain. I had gone back into that house and saved my vision board and my son's wheelchair. And that was very important to me, a pivotal part of what and how I became who I am today. And I say that it was faith and not by sight that I decided that I was going to continue and do what I needed to do. When I launched that bag line, that Sharon has that bag off, and it sold out within weeks, and I sent a package to Tabitha Brown, who is a movie star and one of the most well-known, called America's Mom right now. I had $2.30 left in my bank account. $2.30 left in my bank account. And by the end of the month, when I tell you it multiplied, multiplied upon multiplied. But God.
Yeah. So won't he do it, huh?
Won't he do it? I had no idea. I had no idea how I was going to feed my children during COVID, because at the time they told it was 2 weeks that COVID was going to last. And this is now into June. And it's like, okay, how are we going to survive? As a self-employed person, you put your faith in your daily activities and your daily work. When you're cut off from the public, how do you then provide?
Yes.
But God.
Yes.
But God.
And it was faith that led me to do that. And again, I escalated. The business blew up. We went viral. Everything was there, from my handbags to my swimsuits to my leggings, because I create 120 different products from my artwork. And that was it. Everything was going. I came back from my Times Square show. This is now 2022. I am doing well. I am succeeding. I'm exceeding all my dreams and my aspirations. And someone hits me in my back.
Oh my God.
And that takes me out, literally and figuratively, has now diminished. I have no use of my back. I cannot move. I'm in pain. My career, as it seems, has ended. I go through physical therapy. This woman has no insurance. To this day, I have not received one penny from that accident. I have lost everything because of that. But God again restored me. And he says, I need for you to understand that until you follow what I need you to do, this is what's going to happen. That was August 16th of 2022. August 15th of 2023, I met in an accident heading to Miami to go do a show. Car's totaled. Sprained his hand, fractured a hand, and then I had a torn rotator cuff. For 4 months, I had no use of my hands. Again, I'm an artist, I'm a designer, and I'm a curator. So God took away the use of my hands for 4 months, and I had to sit there and think. And I had to make promises to God during that time. If you healed me, I was going to come out of this bigger and better. I was going to come out of this helping others. I'm like, God, I don't have any money now. Everything is gone. I have no car. I have no money, but I still have a roof over my head. My rent is paid every month. Everything has been paid, but I have no car. And God says, you don't need a car. You don't need anything right now. I need to sit and be quiet. And I listened to that voice that God had. I would talk to her. I'd talk to a few friends. I didn't talk to many people because many people didn't understand. But they saw me posting on social media as if nothing was wrong. But I was in a cast on my left hand and strapped up on my right hand.
Wow. Wow.
And when I told you, when I said January 15th, I was coming back to work of 2024. And January 15th, I came out of it with 6 locations to place my artwork. I hadn't been painting all these months. But God lined it up where I was able to secure locations that wanted my artwork. Wow. Your name will be mentioned in rooms that you have not entered into.
Amen. Oh, say it. Preach.
Wow.
Go ahead.
And that is what I tell people all the time. Delay doesn't mean denied. And when God sits you down and tells you to be quiet and do not move, do not go any further, trust him. I said, God, how am I going to come back from this? Where am I going to find money to find a painting? He said, you have everything you need.
Wow. That's great. That's some good stuff there.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. That's just motivational speaking material. So I think you have another career there.
I actually do that already, but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it another time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. So wow, what an inspiration you are.
Yes, she is.
Not one time, not twice, but 3 times.
Yes.
During a pandemic. But you're right. He will sometimes sit you down.
Yes. Put you through the fire.
And then he opens it back up for you.
Yes.
And the floodgates are open, so to speak. And I must commend you though on because God gives us a willpower. And he wants us to use that willpower. So you had to go deep within to even go through those situations and to be able to even just survive during those situations. And you said I heard you said that you're on the internet and nobody knew what was. So that takes that takes a certain person to be able to do that. They don't have to see me, but and my work doesn't have to reflect where I am right now.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm gonna keep pushing on. You know what I'm saying? So I really am glad that and privileged to have met you this evening, Sharon, another one of your privileged friends that yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm blessed. I'm the one privileged because let me tell
yes.
you, I met this young lady years ago, and she had some T-shirts that she was selling, and I looked over and thank you, Jaquel Tucker.
Yes.
So Jaquel was about to. She was so courteous. I mean, she was about to purchase the T-shirt. I looked at it and I was eyeing it, and Jaquel just went over and she was fitting it, trying to fiddle around and stuff. And I just went over and I was like, "Is that the last one?" And she says, "Yes, but you can have it." So thank you again, Jaquel. That T-shirt, I still have it. It's kind of, fitted now, but you know what? Let me tell you.
The new designs now, so you can get
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But let me tell you, I have been rocking my dresses, my T-shirt, my bag, everything Tammy Gammon. Okay. So Pastor Robert.
Yeah.
Mother's Day, Easter is coming up.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go shopping, Tammy.
So I was just gonna ask her the pivotal question: where can we get the bags? Is there a number that
her goodies?
All your
Well,
goodies.
we have a website,
Okay.
which is tamaragammon.com. It's TAMARA.
Tamara Gammon.
GAMMON.com.
Say it again slowly for those in the audience.
It's Tamara, TAMARAGAMMON.com.
Okay.
Great.
All
And
right.
is there another? Do you have your social media?
I do. So my
platforms?
social media. So we have 3 Dream Designs, which is THREE.
Okay.
Dream DREAM Designs, and then we have kalexander.com.
Okay.
So we have the 2 different websites, 3 Dream Designs and K Alexander for our gallery and artwork now, but we also have our social media. But you can also just Google me on any platform, Tamara Gammon, and everything will come up.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Woolmarian.
Yes.
And I didn't go to Woolmer's, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? I'm associated with some great
Association,
Woolmarians.
you know.
And I
Woolmer's
love
by
them.
association.
Woolmarian
take
by
you.
association.
We will take you happily. We are
No,
an inclusive group of people.
Look,
we're
my
very loving
Camperdown
people.
I realize that, but my Camperdown people won't take too kindly to that. But you know what? I'll accept it for tonight. I love you, my dear sister. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
We're gonna make another date with you too, because you're coming right back here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a revolving
we
door,
just
pretty much.
barely kind of scratch the surface.
We just
with
barely
her.
touched the surface
Yeah,
because
with her.
Mother's Day is coming up. And like I said, Easter is coming, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, what Tammy has, she said 100 and how many pieces?
120 different products.
Exactly.
We have our show coming up. I Am My Sister's Keeper on 3/15. That will be in Suwanee, Georgia, at the George Pierce Park. So we do have a show coming up. We'll have 8 different women along with myself. We'll be debuting their artwork as a collective with K. Alexander.
That's great.
And that's a part of the support that I want to give to women and men as well. We have a male show coming up in June. But to have women come out and showcase their artwork and stop being afraid to show people. It's okay to be afraid, but you need to come out now and step out. And that's why I'm trying to pull people out who have the skills and talent that they're hiding behind. So
when is this show coming up? Can you tell us the date for the show again and where it's going to be
March
held?
15th, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. at the George Pierce Park in Suwanee.
Awesome.
And of course, I have to bring
Amazing.
some of the new pieces, smaller pieces that we're bringing out here.
Okay.
So you
Great,
can
great.
see a few of the pieces that the new collection is watercolors, smaller pieces that we'd have. You hold this one, Sharon.
Yes.
So Sharon with her curly hair. And
That's
then,
me.
of course, it's just about celebrating women. We're in Women's History Month, so it's
Yes.
very important that as
That's
women, of course, we are being celebrated and we're celebrating as well.
Wow.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I think that about wraps up our time
concludes
here.
our time, yes.
And
It was another hit.
yeah.
It was another hit, another
Wow.
show.
Yeah. I need her for some motivational speaking things. Yeah. Folks
I'll
gotta
happy
hear
to.
your story.
Happy to.
Thank
When you have stories like that, you just can't keep them to yourself. They're given to you for a purpose, and and those are the stories that will motivate others.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Most definitely. So we're glad that you stopped by this evening.
We appreciate it.
And we'll have you back
In the
here.
storm.
Yeah.
In the storm.
In the storm.
Literally
Nonetheless,
coming through a storm.
because it was bleeding. The clouds,
Yes.
the clouds opened up and just was pouring out all of what it
My
had.
fighting jacket, my fatigue jacket
see
tonight.
that.
I was like, you know what, I'm
I
going
see
to brace
that.
this and come out here today. But yes. I'm
Well, we
excited.
appreciate
Thank
you. We honor you, sister.
Very good.
You know, Women's Month. I mean, thank you so much for coming out.
Very
You know, representing the way you are. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So we're gonna say until next week.
Next week.
Okay.
Same time, same place.
Same place.
8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Another winner,
Yeah.
I would say.
Caribbean
High five.
Extravaganza
All
on
the
a
time.
Tuesday evening.
See you on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
Be a reflection of, be a reflection of. Since the beginning, he's been the source of life. Gave us his blessings and told us to do right. Somehow we faltered and ignored that force above. But by his grace and mercy, we can still live in his love.